Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Snacks with Ellie
and Sam.
And we are going to do a favorite of mine, which is show and tell.
There you go.
And one of the reasons why we're going to do that is because a lot of people have reached out to us about what is in our to-go bags and kinds of things. So since we're with Ellie at Ellie's house, it makes it easier to show and share what she has in her to-go bag. So, you want to show them your to-go bag?
Sure. The first thing I'm going to say is there's a slight disclaimer. You should know how everything in your bag works. And I still have to do that with a number of items.
And none of this is promotional material. We are not getting paid for any of this. This is literally what she
Unless
has on hand.
somebody wants to.
This is what she has on hand. This is her stuff. And I have a bunch of different stuff at my house, and we will do a video on that a different day. But we wanted to show you hers being, a 70 plus. Don't punch me, I promise.
Plus is good.
70 plus year old individual that has,
close to the next decade.
That has a to-go bag and is ready in case, the crap hits the fan.
Yeah. Or, we're in hurricane area here, so.
True story.
We could have to move uphill.
So let's start with your backpack.
Okay. I have a very simple, basic backpack. Well, actually, it's pretty fancy. This one
Evtac?
is a tactical bag from
Evtac?
Evtac, yeah. I think it came with some promotional things.
Probably.
So I took out some of the things we have. One was, this is fire starter, flashlight, or not flashlight.
I get to be Vanna
lighter.
today.
Right. And it's
hot.
Yeah, it's electrical, so it doesn't require matches, and it does works.
Oh, sorry.
Works in wet weather, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And my understanding is that this cording can be actually lit and used to start a fire.
But it can also hold it around your neck. And there's also a connector cable to USB and
because that's an electrical lighter. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Water. This is a life straw. I should take it out, but I hate to take it out.
They do, once you open it, it does get dust in it and can cause integrity issues for the packaging, the actual thing.
But their life straws are pretty popular throughout. And technically what you should be able to do is, here we could get water out of the river and actually draw it through the life straw and you could drink it.
There's literally 2 steps. Open, fill container, and then sip through mouthpiece. Yeah. There you go.
And I did buy, I haven't yet opened it to use, but I did buy one that actually you can fill up the bag with water, and it has a mechanism to collect water and fill up the bag so that you have more than just a straw's worth of drinking water. Although that lasts a very long time from everything that I've read.
Yep. Life straw has a very long life expectancy.
Yeah, and they're pretty popular with lots of folks.
Yeah, these are really good for hikers. Yeah. I know that's actually why I got them for our family. We were supposed to go on the Appalachian Trail, and this was a really great way of getting more water.
Just to be sure that you can drink water along the way, fill up a canteen or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now there was a flashlight on there, and then I have a radio that is wind up, so it has the handle, the crank where you crank it. It also takes batteries, so it's got 3 AA batteries in it that Sam managed to get in.
I jammed in.
And it has a solar panel, so if it's a sunny day, you can sit it out. And it also allows you to charge other things. So the solar panel can help if you're charging other.
See, there's a little panel right here.
Yeah. And it does the basic weather channel, your AM, FM, and I guess you can get NOAA and all that kind of stuff on it.
So, see, Sorry.
And it has a flashlight.
Flashlight.
And I think it does different, I think it'll flash and, yeah. So it can be a beacon for you if you need it to tell people where you are.
Yep.
And those aren't really expensive.
No, they're probably as cheap or as costly as a life straw.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, if you get them, one of my jobs is to make sure I know how everything works.
Yep.
And then for lighting, like if you're in a tent or if it's a blackout and you don't have light in your house, these Luminade lamps are excellent. They come in, I think, 3 different sizes. I think I have 3.
I don't have
They came in a pack of 3 different sizes. I keep one on my dresser for just that. If you come out and it's sunny out, you can set it like somewhere in your house and where it's tilted to get the sunlight.
Yeah.
And it will actually charge itself. This here tells you if it's fully charged or not. And then it too has the ability to charge like
other things,
your cell phone or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice. And it has both a daytime and a nighttime.
So, you want me to hold it? See?
Red or
red
or white for
white
reading. Yeah. So and then click through. It has like 4 levels of lighting.
Yeah, as you can see,
and
it's
then the
dimming.
very last one it blinks. So if it was on red, that would be a nice thing to catch people's attention if you, again, we're trying to get people's attention.
Yep.
And I think red is kind of good, like if you're walking at nighttime.
It is when you're
sometimes
hiking.
Better than a white light.
I will tell you, when you're hiking, the red has been much better for me, especially around a campsite with a bunch of teenagers. Yeah. That was far better. I did not get blinded nearly as much.
Right.
And the neat part about this one that she has that she didn't talk about was that it is collapsible. Yeah. So it is. Well, if you're not me and you don't accidentally turn it back on. So you can see it's completely collapsible.
Yeah. So they slide right in a backpack or your go bag.
Yep.
Easy to keep. So they're pretty
sturdy
pretty functional.
too.
Yes. Yep. And I think they have
they do. I've seen the
of things that you can get. The other little thing I have, if these are military can openers, like what they used for an MRE.
Really?
Yep. And
I don't think I've ever seen these before.
No?
No.
And you put them in the can and you cut it yourself, and it's slow, but
it's one of these.
When in doubt, yeah.
I've seen these before. I would probably hurt myself with these.
Well, if you had to eat.
If I had to eat.
Didn't have a big can opener, they would come in handy.
Yes. But for me, that's why I carry my Swiss Army knife. That's in my to-go bag because my Swiss Army knife has a traditional can opener like that. Mainly just because I'm dangerous to myself.
Well, sometimes in your go bag, you need to make sure that you're not overly packed.
True story.
But yes, whatever works. There's lots and lots of ways to make them work. I have a tarp that's good for. I'm not going to pull it all out, but it comes with. So you could stay warm with it. You can use it. Actually, I think it's the kind.
Yeah, it's the foil and the
for the foil and the wrapping, and it can be a tarp over your tent if you need it, and it's very lightweight. Although I did open it and then sticking it back in the bag is a big challenge.
Yes, that when Ellie's talking about literally making sure everything works, that is kind of crucial. If you're like me and you have kids, my kids have decided that they wanted to test everything out once. Well, once you use one of those emergency tinfoil blankets, you can't use them again because if your kids have a tendency to poke holes in them because some of them are super thin. And those are just Coleman, couple dollars, simple ones. This one's obviously far more heavy duty than what I had on hand. But one of the things to do is to really check what you have. Is it something you can carry? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people, like she was making fun of me about, she's right. It's about weight. Like, what can you carry? This obviously is not very heavy, but if you're carrying this for a long time, these are the things you have to think about while you're putting your to-go bag together. And we haven't even gone through the fact that, like, there was no clothes, food. Those are other essential items that are easy to pull together and throw in your to-go bag at that last minute. Especially, I know Ellie has, I don't want to say rations. Rations not the right word. Prepared meals, like, that are easy to go. And I know we have them for us for hiking and stuff. But she has, I think you said a 72-hour or couple day supply of those kind of things. So again, remember, when you're looking at putting your to-go bag together, we're just giving you some very, very simple things. I know mine's a lot more complex and probably heavier than it should be, but
well, you have 4 people, so
I have
they
4
can all
people.
chip in.
and that's what for us it'll be. The weight is more for distributing for the whole family.
But along with what you need, your clothing and some foodstuffs and things.
Food, shelter, meds.
Is the fact that you're going to want light and you're going to want a radio so that you can find out what's going on around you. Those are primary. And ideally something that you can use if you run out of water and there's water around. That's where the life straw would come in. We're not talking about living off the land for the next 5 years.
No.
But we are talking about, if you have a hurricane, your water oftentimes isn't working.
Or it's contaminated.
And you're and you're not going to have electric for a while. So we're looking at things where you can start a fire and
see where you're going.
Pay attention to what's happening on the Weather Channel or the Emergency Channel, that type of thing, where you're not like left out in the cold with no way to survive at all. And you want to make sure that you know how to work everything, because under duress, reading a manual is going to be a little scary.
Yep. I mean, and that's the big thing. Like, I was helping Ellie with this. This was not easy to get the batteries in. And it would have taken us a long time prior to showing you what we're talking about to get the hand crank up to fully charged to be able to actually show you that this is working and it's not something that we want to have to go through with you. But always remember, in a pinch, that's one of the great things. A lot of these kind of equipment, what you can do is, like, on sunny days, not today where we are, but just always think about it every couple weeks. Put your solar powered stuff out in the sun and let it collect the energy it needs, and it will hold a charge. Maybe not the greatest charge, but it will hold the charge for some time. So but we wanted to really just showcase this for you today to make sure that as you're thinking about things with everything that's going on in the world, that you start to really recognize these are not the be-all, end-all. We are not trying to sell you anything. What we're trying to make you realize is there are things out there that you can purchase with ease to make your life simple and make you feel a lot safer in a negative situation.
Right.
So if there's anything you think of that could go in a to-go bag, please let us know, because it's one of our next big things, is putting together a small list for you to make sure what are your top essentials to fill in that information. That won't be coming out for a while, but make sure you sign up for our newsletter, because we will make sure we'll send that out to you if you're on our newsletter at first time that it hits the presses.
Got it.
Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.